Hello, welcome back. Dr. Guillemette here with some math hero training. And we're continuing with our Who is Your Favorite series with the Borda Method. And so these are our fearless heroes for each of the different CW shows. So we're going to jump right into it. Today we're going to continue to talk about your favorite character in the CW Arrowverse. The last time we looked at the pairwise comparison method of choosing who won an election. But today we're going to look at who will win if you use the Borda method. Now remember, quick recap on who is who. Green Arrow is going to be the A, the Flash is going to be F, Supergirl is going to be S, and White Canary is going to be the WC in our chart when we skip over to Excel. Now, for the Borda method, right? In the Borda method, basically we look at the voters' rankings and assign a score. So the voters are putting things in order from their favorite to least favorite. They have this in preference order, okay? So we're going to assign a score, and that score is summed for each candidate. And basically the candidate with the highest score wins, all right? This method has the benefit of being very easy to calculate, and it takes into account the voters' preferences. So maybe one group, right? We saw this in the plurality method. One group likes Flash and nobody else comes in, but all of the other groups didn't really prefer Flash, just this one group. And so maybe Flash being the winner isn't such a great idea. Okay, so however, it does have some drawbacks. The Borda method does have some drawbacks that make it less than ideal in some circumstances. Okay, and we're going to explore those shortcomings in the voting issues video that's coming up at the end of the series. Now we want to jump into our example. We're going to take the same 162 CW Arrowverse fans and ask them to rank order the show's main hero from favorite to least favorite. Because we still love all of the heroes, right? But we have our favorites. So the table shows the results. And note, the letter is representing the hero. Okay? So here's the table that we've been working with for the last 3 videos. And so we're going to keep on with that. Alright? Now, working it out. How do I actually do this? The Borda method declares a winner based on the candidate with the highest score, right? How do I assign the scores? Well, I do the following. The number of candidates equals the maximum score. So if you have 4 candidates, the max score is 4. Okay, that's the best way to do this. All right. We're going to assign the scores to the candidates based on their preference. The highest preference gets a 4, and then a 3, and then a 2, and then a 1. All right, we're going to multiply that score by the number of voters that voted for that preference. We're going to sum those scores, and then we're going to declare the winner based on the highest score. And so now it's time to go to Excel and see how this works, right? So here I am. Here's the table, okay? Now, here's what I'm going to do. This group of voters put Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, and White Canary in this particular order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert 2 rows here. All right. The first one is for the rank, and the next one is for the score. Okay. I'm going to make these a little bigger so that we can see these. So Flash earns a 4 because he has the highest rank, and then Green Arrow, and then Supergirl, and then White Canary. Okay? Now, here's what's going to happen for the score. All right? The idea is 57 people voted for Flash to be in first place. So those 57 people times the 4 right there gives you a score of 228, a sub-score of 228. And I'm basically going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the 57 times 3. I am going to do the 57 times 2. And I'm going to do the 57 times 1. All right? For 57. So that's these. Now, basically, all I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat this process for each of the other voting preferences. So I'm going to insert 2 here, right? I'm going to have a rank. I'm going to have a score. I can just simply copy this and paste it there, right? And then the score ranking. Now, I could actually lock this in place. I could do a cell reference. So I could actually do E and 1 like this. And so that's the 45 right there, times. And then I can use this right here, the F2 for the rank. And so 45 times 4 is 180. And then I just scroll this down. All right. So the idea here is that this times this is going to be that cell reference, right? Cell reference. And so I can just use the cell references, and that would be perfect. Okay? So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to insert. I'm going to insert. Now, here's the cool thing. What I should be able to do is I should be able to grab this, now that there's this cell reference here, copy and paste it here. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, I've locked that cell reference, right? That's the cell reference right there. So I got to change that to F. Oh, not FH. Okay? And copy that down. All right, so there's that. Okay, so again, I want to double check that it's this times this. Yes. The 33 voters times the rank of 3. The 33 voters times the rank of 2. The 33 voters times the rank of 1. All right, I got to do it 2 more times. I made these columns skinny so it would look like everything would fit, but it looks like we're going to run out just maybe a tiny bit of room. Okay, so again, I'm going to grab these, copy, and paste over here. And then, of course, the issue is this is locked at H, and I want it locked at K. So I'm going to change the H to a K, right, so that it's there. Hit Enter, pull that down. There we go. Perfect. Okay? And then finally, what I want to do is I want to copy this. I'm going to paste it over here. Now, I am going to scroll over, right, because I kind of want to make these a little bit tinier. But, again, this score over here is locked at K, and I want it to be locked at N. So I'm going to lock it at N. I'm going to take this and scroll it down. Now, again, you can do every single one the way we did it here without the cell references. You can do every single one like that. You can set up the cell reference each time and not do the copying, right, so that you don't get confused, or you can do it the way that I did it. It's all up to you, right? There's no one right way to do this. We just want to get you to the right answer, all right? Now, we do have, and I'm going to put them here, right? We do have Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, and White Canary. And I just put them in this order because this was the most votes preference, right? Now what I have to do is I have to add up the scores, okay? So I can see that Flash, right, got 228 right there, right? Flash got 45 here, 45 here. Flash got 33 here, great. And Flash got 21 here. I think there's one more vote right down at the end. Yes. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this just a tiny bit smaller. And then there's Flash right there with 6 points at the end. Oops. 6 points. Perfect. All right. So what we could do is we could actually do total, right? We can actually sum up the total number of points that Flash earned given all of his scores. And so he scored a 333. Now there isn't a fun way to like make all of these up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change colors, right? It's green arrow. So let's make it green, right? And so Arrow has 171 points. So here's 171. Arrow has 135 points. So I'm going to put 135 in, and I want to make sure that I got that score. Arrow has 66 points. I'm going to put 66 right here. Arrow has 84 points. I'm going to put 84 points right there. And then finally, Arrow has 12 points down at the end. There's the 12 points. And again, we're just going to sum that. Now, I can just drag this down. So I'm going to do that. So it's 468 points. And so Arrow has 468 points. Great. Now, Supergirl wears the red and blue cape. So I'm actually going to do blue for her when I do these. So Supergirl has 114 points. So let me do blue for her. There's 114 points. And then Supergirl has 180 points here. So there's the 180 points. Supergirl has 99 points here. So let's do 99 points. Supergirl has 42 points here. So let's do the 42 points. Not forget. And then Supergirl has a total of 24 points at the end where she was ranked highest. And there's the 24 points. Okay? Great. And so now again, I can just take this and scroll it down, and you can see it's 459. So Arrow looks to be in the lead, but we still have to do White Canary. Okay? And so now White Canary, white. So I'm just going to do all of the blocks that are left over. 57, 90, 132, 63, and 18. Okay, I'm going to drag this down. Perfect. All right, and if we check real quick, right, that is the sum of that I want, and it's 360. And so Arrow is our winner with the most points of 468. And the solution is Green Arrow wins with the highest score. Okay? So, conclusion. The Borda method yielded a different hero than previously with any other method. Actually, the voting was designed to create that. I have to thank an author that I stole that from. I'll have to drop it in the description. But that was really well designed, right? So, which one is the right way to do it? All right? The answer to that question is, it depends. All right? We do have some rules for determining when things are fair, and that is actually going to be the topic of the last video in this series. But again, this was a very specifically designed set of rules of votes, right? So that each method would yield a different winner. But for now, if this video helped you with the Borda method of voting, that makes us happy. And if you could share this with someone that could benefit, and if you want, leave a comment with your favorite Arrowverse or DC hero, and I will be back with a final video related to fairness voting soon, and I look forward to that.